Hello and welcome to another Photoshop tutorial. Today we're going to be going over how to create this very cool face logo effect. Let's get started. The first thing we'll do is create a new document 1500 by 1500 pixels. We'll highlight our subject. There'll be a link in the description for download. Using our polygon lasso tool, we'll select the subject's face. I'm going to zoom in. And begin my selection. We want to select fairly close to the face. It doesn't need to be perfect, but just make a close selection around the face and hair. We'll be able to edit this out a little later in the tutorial. Should be a fairly rough selection, and we'll use our mask and quick selection tool to cut the image from the background. We're almost done here. Just a little bit more and we'll be able to get to the fun part. We're looking to cut just the face out. And using this technique, I've learned that working with an image that has dark edges is best for this technique. Alright, just a couple more selections and there we go. Okay, I'm gonna right click and click on Save Selection. We're going to name this Face Cutout, and this will be saved as a new channel. This so we always have our selection available to revert back to. Now that we have our selection complete, we'll press Ctrl C and Ctrl V to paste into a new layer. I'll hide my subject layer, rename my new layer Subject Cutout. Ctrl 0 to zoom out. Now I'm going to rotate the image, so I'll press Ctrl T. Hover by one of the corners till you see a curved double arrows, and I'm just going to straighten this out a bit. I think that looks much better. I'll click enter to confirm. Next, I'm going to add a threshold adjustment layer. I'll be using a threshold of about anywhere between 119 to 128. Let's see, 119. And I think that looks good. So we'll select 119 and X out. Next, I'll hide my background so I can see my white selection. Using the magic wand tool, I have a tolerance of about 22 and I'm on new selection. I'll select in the white area and then go to select similar. This will select all the white in my image, and then I'll just press backspace. As long as I'm on my subject cutout layer, I'll press backspace to delete the white in my image. Control D to get rid of your selection. Using your brush tool, make sure that you have the foreground color set to black. I'm going to lower my brush. Make sure my hardness is all the way up to 100%. And I'm just going to color in. Excuse me, I have my opacity set to 40%, but I'm going to bring that back up to 100%. And then I'm just going to color in these areas because I want them to be solid. I'll lower this down a bit. There we go. Select the top layer, press Control, Shift, Alt, and E, and now you've merged into one layer. Next, I'll bring up my fire image. There'll be a link in the description for download, and I'll move it up above my subject cutout layer. While hovering between the layers, I'll press the Alt key to clip to my subject cutout layer. I'll move it up a bit. So that it fills the entire cutout. Next, I'll add a mask to the fire layer using my brush tool with my foreground set to black. I'll increase my brush size, zoom out of my image, and we're just going to mask some of the fire that's within the subject cutout layer. I'll lower my opacity to about 40% and we'll start the masking. Before we start our mask, we want to make sure that our hardness is set to 0. And now we can begin masking. And you can mask to your preference, whatever works well for you. Next, I'll select my text tool. I'll be using the font American Captain. There'll be a link in the description for download. I'll click once and type face logo here, but you can type whatever you like. I'll lower the size of my text to about 200, maybe 150. There we go. I'll place this right below my subject cutout. I'll duplicate my fire image by pressing Ctrl J. Place that above my text and hover between the layers. While pressing Alt, I'll click once. And there you go. You've created this cool face logo effect. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe, If you can, also please mash that like button. If you have any tutorials in mind that you'd like us to upload in the future, please leave us a comment below. Until next time.